Welcome to She Roars Boldly. I am your host, Dr. Debra. Today, we're going to be diving into the stories of extraordinary women who are rewriting the rules, shattering expectations, and refusing to fade into the background. Empowered women say no to being defined by their challenges in a world that tries to silence and sideline them. She Roars Boldly celebrates the remarkable journeys of women who have transformed their struggles into stepping stones to success. So grab your coffee or tea, settle in, and get ready to be inspired and fired up. Hello, everyone, and this is Dr. Debra and She Roars Boldly podcast. I'm going to do another week because I just got back from London and I came home to about 6 to 7 inches of snow. What fun. But, it is winter and we do have to do it. Well, today I'm going to talk about my second book, the one that's already out. I'm going to do a little bit about what that entails and what goes on in it. So basically today we're going to talk about the roar from within. The roar within you, the roar within me, and all women out there, because we do have one. Sometimes they think we don't, but we actually do. Because you see, every one of us was born with an inner power. We were born with a deep knowing, a voice of truth, and a fire that roars. And it says, I'm here. I'm worthy. I'm precious. I'm important. Sometimes it's hard for us as women to understand that and to believe it. Because you see, life has a way of quieting us. It really does. We start, as we've talked about last week we start being told very, very small that we're to be quiet, not too boisterous, not too out there, not too ambitious, and that we're supposed to be quiet and peaceful and do all the right things in all the right ways. And that's very confusing to young girls. It's confusing to us still as women. And I'm telling you, that is the raw message. I'm not even sure who came up with this message, but it is so off focus from what we need to actually be doing. Because you see, every one of us was born with a calling, an inner force, a deep knowing, a voice of truth, and that fire that says, I'm here, I'm worthy, I am purpose, I am power. And if that sounds odd to you or uncomfortable, that's okay, because that's why we're here to talk about. We're talking about how we can draw some of that strength out from inside us. Because you see, your roar doesn't disappear even when you don't use it. It's still in there waiting to come up, to boil up, to come out of you. You just over the years have learned to silence it. And the world needs your roar, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a big lioness roar. It can be a quiet, small roar that can change people around you, your family, your friends. It can be a big on-stage roar. It can be anything in between. Many of us have been taught to be strong but not loud, brilliant but not confident, brave, but only if it doesn't make other people uncomfortable. But your roar was never meant for permission. Your roar is actually your birthright. It's what you were made to do. It's who you were made to be. What does it mean to be brave, bold, and built to roar? That's the name of a book. Let us break this down into 3 words. Brave. Let's talk about brave. Brave doesn't mean that you're not afraid. Actually, it means doing something even when you're afraid. Brave people, whether it's going out and doing a safari or just talking to a friend that you're a little afraid they're not going to like your advice, but you want to help them. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid or uncomfortable. In fact, bravery is when you can do something when it's hard, when it's not comfortable. Brave means you choose yourself even when you're afraid. It means taking a step before the uncertainty. Bold. Let's talk about being bold. Boldness is a willingness to be seen, to stand in your own truth, whatever it is. When you're with others and they may not even understand or accept, but it's your truth. All you can do is share what you know. Boldness refuses to say, I shrink. It refuses to dim, and it refuses to apologize for existing. Have you ever found that you have done that? I know I have apologized for existing. Well, I'm sorry, but I really think this needs to happen. Things like that. Why are we apologizing? Now, we don't have to be accepted by everybody, and it's not always easy, but you can say, my point of view is this. They may accept it or they don't. You don't have to argue. You don't have to be mean. You just have to be willing to put your ideas and your visions out there. And that can be uncomfortable. But what if something you say changes someone's life? What if something you do creates a program? It never would have happened, that change of life, that program, that vision, if you didn't share what you believe. And we can do this without being mean or pushy. We can just talk from our hearts because our roar's inside of us. This means your power was never given to you by accident. And yes, you do have power, even when you feel powerless. It was given to you. You were designed, crafted, and equipped to rise, to lead, to heal, to speak, to transform. Your story, your resistance, your lessons, they are the architect that creates your war. You are not becoming powerful. You've always been powerful. You're just starting to remember and to grow in that and to build it. So what I'm asking you to do is to start to awaken your inner force. If you've been feeling kind of stuck, overlooked, shut down, don't be cool. Or you're just carrying on, doing what you have to, silently knowing there's more. This is your call to awaken. This is your call to grow boldly. And here are some ways that we can reconnect with that inner force that's inside of us, that lioness that's waiting to claw its way out. Voice the truth you've been avoiding. Say it out loud, even if it's only to yourself. Say things like, what I desire is, whatever that may be. Say something like, what I'm called to do. Be brave. Reach deep. Remember what that little girl wanted, what that teenager wanted, and what that young woman wanted. That got kind of pushed away because it wasn't acceptable. And the last one, the vision of me that I've been hiding from other people. And I'm talking because I've done a lot of things in my life and a lot of them have been bold, but now I'm living my dream, writing books. I've always wanted to be an author. I've always wanted to be on podcast. Now I'm running one. I love interviewing people. I love talking in front of people, but I put that down for a lot of years. I said there were no opportunities, but did I really seek them out? Or was there's some fear and lingering inside of me? Yes, there was. And it's okay. You're never too late. Another thing is number 2, release the identity that no longer fits. Ask yourself, who did I have to become in order to survive? Survive that relationship, that job, The people I was hanging with, who did I have to become? That's not true to who I really, really was. I know we all have something that we gave up. Now it's time to reclaim it. Another question to ask yourself is, does that version still serve my becoming who I was meant to be? Or is it blocking you still all these years later? You see, giving a strong legacy, and our legacy is going on to the people we meet, to our children, to our grandchildren, to our nieces, our cousins, our family, and everyone we meet, our friends. We're giving a legacy every day we live, every day we survive. What does your legacy look like? And what kind of legacy do you want to give? What can you change? What can you do to make your legacy more powerful to those around you? And the third thing, I said there'd be 3 parts. What's one thing this week? Not 10. I'm not asking for 20. I'm not asking for even 5. I'm asking for one thing. One. One thing you can do. Maybe it's send an email you've been wanting to do. Maybe send an email to encourage a friend. Maybe it's an email to ask questions about a new program you want to join or a group. Send an email, or maybe say no. Say no to something you tolerated for too long. Maybe just go to somebody and say, I'm not going there anymore. I appreciate you. I like you, but I don't think I want to have this conversation again. It's okay. If they love you, if they're your true friend, if they're your true family, they will accept that. They may be shocked, a little surprised, but you never know what kind of conversation can come from just saying no. You may open a whole new relationship. And I want you, maybe you can say yes. Instead of just saying no, maybe you can say yes to something, or maybe you can say no and then yes to something. You can do 2 things. It's okay. I won't tell. Say yes to where fear has been driving you. Say yes to a fear and say, I'm done. I'm going to say yes to that thing that's stopping me. Your world grows through action. It doesn't grow through thinking, reading. It grows through you doing something, for taking your power, your ideas, and throwing them out there. Using the gifts that you were born with and the power within you. Let's talk about a guided reflection, because this helps. This is 60 seconds of stillness. Sometimes it's hard for it to be still for a whole minute. But if you can, I want you to quiet down right now. I want you to close your eyes. Everyone out there, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold it in. Slowly exhale it. Now repeat after me. I am brave. I am bold. I am built to roar. My voice matters. My story matters. My presence matters. My presence is my power. Today I choose to wake up my inner force. Let my body feel those words. Say it. I wake up my inner force. I wake up my inner force. Let your body just take that in. Deep inside. Let your body feel those words, not just your mind. Your roar is not for later. not for when life gets easy, not for when everybody understands, not when you got time, not when you feel 100% ready to go, because you'll never be 100% ready to go until you step out, until you do it afraid, until you try it without a guarantee. That's what starts to make you ready for other new adventures and new challenges. Your roar is for exactly right now at this moment. So here's your challenge. I love challenges. This week, share your voice in one space. I'm not asking for everything. One space where you've been silent. I want you to show up, speak up, and roar up. Whether it's with a family member, a friend, at work, it doesn't matter where you do it. One thing that you've been holding inside of you is burning. You know what you know what it is. It's burning inside. You say, man, I wish I could have said that. I didn't. You know, that kind of feeling coming out. And tag me, message me. I'll have all the stuff in the call notes. Just send me an email. I'll put my email in there. Just send it to me. Let me know so I can celebrate with you and know that I've touched you and that you're stepping out and we can have a party and celebrate your new goals, your new fear walk. And remember, you're brave. Oh yeah, you are bold. You're so bold. And you are built to roar. I want to thank you for joining me today on sheroarsboldly.com. This episode, I hope, resounded with your spirit. And if it did, please share it with somebody else who needs to remember that they have their own power and their own roar. We need to get this message out to people. So if this resounded with you, share it with other people. Don't keep it to yourself. It's part of the roar. And it helps me. Helps me get my roar out there, encourage more and more people to become the people they were always meant to be, the woman they were always meant to be. Until next time, I want you to keep rising, keep roaring, keep choosing you, because you're worth choosing. And so this is Dr. Debra, She Roars Boldly podcast. And today is the day that you start working on your roar. Have a wonderful day and roar boldly.